What's going on, everybody? I'm back from my hiatus of however long. I don't even know, man. So we're back. Decided to test something out, play something new. Didn't like System Shock. I don't think anyone really likes System Shock, but whatever. Who cares? So starting today, we're going to be playing Darkest Dungeon. I've heard about this game. I've seen gameplay of it from Northern Lion, Sleep Cycles, all people like that. I think it's pretty interesting. I want to give it a shot. I'm not gonna lie. I've played a little bit. 5 weeks in, not that much. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete this, right? We're gonna delete that save. We're gonna start a new save. Darkest Dick. Nah, childish. Fuck that. We ain't doing that. Let me see. What do we got? I need to come up with a clever name. Does it have to be? I can delete that Darkest, yeah. Doesn't need to be that. It goes the blank estate, so we want something cool. Now let's just do Dark Baron. That's fine. That's good. Let's get into it. Alright. So I played a little bit of this. I beat the first boss, and then I stopped. So we're going to go through this full game together. And I'm talking full game. I'm talking beat every boss, go through the darkest... Sorry. Shh.
It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside.
Corrupted.
Leading
yeah, boy.
only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Cool. Alright. Let's get into it. I think first things first is the tutorial, unless it just skips it since I've already played it before. That's most likely the case. If it skips the tutorial, I'll explain everything. If it does go to the tutorial, I'll explain everything. I'm explaining everything either way. So deal with it. Heroes can be renamed and colored in the character panel. Games can also load faster. But you know, I'm not asking too much, am I? There it is. Alright. Okay, yeah, so it's showing us the tutorial. Map navigation. To move forth, click on another room on the map. This will take you to a connecting hallway. Alright.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
While in the hallway, press D to move forward, A to move back. If you prefer the mouse, you can click ahead or behind the party men and remove them. So, when you're moving through hallways, you can move forward, and you can also move back. If you want to move to the previous room, you're going to suffer stress damage. And I will explain stress damage in a minute. So, it's usually in your best interest not to move back.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Combat is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon, then click on the highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero needs to be standing in a different spot or there are no valid targets. Mouse over the skill to see the requirements. So, we start with a Highwayman and a Crusader. Highwaymen are good at doing debuffs, such as Open Vein, which is Bleed, and good at crowd control with Grape Shot Blast, and just range damage in general with homing, tracking shot, and pistol shot. So we're going to start out with an Open Vein, possibly get some bleed damage going. We got the bleed, 2 damage per round. Going for an uppercut slice on our Highwayman. Only 2 damage, no bleed. That's good. So, Crusader's like your front linesman. Now there are different classes and they're suited to different spots on your party. So the Crusader is suited to be in the front lines. There are 4 different spots that you can set your party members. Crusader is good for being front lines due to high health and due to most of their attacks requiring them to be in the front 2 spots and their enemies to be in the front 2 spots. So let's just do a smite. Get the kill.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Got 100 gold for that, and let's keep moving. Now that was stress. Stress damage will build up down here, where you see the 3 out of 200. Basically, stress is going to affect accuracy, damage. It can give them certain quirks, which you might see. Hopefully you won't. I don't want to let their stress build up too high. But it can be pretty nasty. Interactive objects. Curios. While exploring, you'll often find interactive objects. Click or press W to investigate them. Take a look at this tent. So like they said, you can just search through. And look at that, 500 gold.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Now, sometimes curios will do bullshit effects, and
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Now, certain curios you'll see are just fucking terrible. Like, they're just awful in general. So usually I don't go for them. I might go for them once or twice just to show you how bad they are, but for most of the time I'm probably not going to go for them, and you're going to know which ones I'm not going to go for. But for now, let's deal with these guys. So we have a Bloodletter with 35 health, which is actually more than my Crusader. He has a point blank shot, which induces a debuff, and it actually pushes your character back. So some enemies have moves where that can move your characters, and that can fuck up your party formation because, like I said, Crusader, he's your frontline man. You want him in the front lines, you want him smashing things down. If he gets pushed back, he's not nearly as effective as he can be. Same thing with the Highwayman. Now that he got moved forward, I can't use Pistol Shot or Grape Shot Blast, which Grape Shot Blast would hit both of these guys. So what I'm actually going to do is actually take a turn to move him back. That uses up his turn. We're going to get hit by a Blanket Fire. He got a debuff. His debuff is -2 dodge for 2 rounds, which is actually kind of shitty. Let's try to... He has 50% stun resistance. Let's hit him again. Nope, alright. Resisted it again. So, no more with that. Let's just try to kill him. Outright. He's bleeding, 2 damage per round. I bleed. No shit. So I think I'm going to do Grape Shot below... Yeah, I'll do a Grape Shot Blast and hit both of them. Good dodge. Now this isn't like one of those super crazy hardcore games where you need to worry about health management in and like when you're in the main hub area and things like that. They regain full health as soon as you finish a quest, so they're not that evil. Let's do a Pistol Shot, and he missed. Alright. If my people actually die, this is gonna be fantastic. Let's try to stun him again. Alright, we got the stun off, which is good. We're gonna take a Blanket Fire shot, not too much damage. Still low stress. He got stunned. Okay, so every time they take a debuff, as soon as that... What? Okay, just not have a turn, sure. When that debuff runs out, they get a buff to keep them from getting that debuff again. So I got hit. I got moved back. This is going awful. And this is what I mean by this game's hard. Like... Alright, let's try to inflict some bleed damage on him. Hopefully I can get him with the smite. I did not get him with the smite, so there's a chance that we die. Hopefully... Oh, no, we're good. Hit him with another bleed.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
So, corpses. When monsters die, they leave a corpse. Corpses act as temporary obstacles and eventually will go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but an often better approach is to use ranged skills, push-pull skills, and even corpse-clearing special skills that some heroes possess. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits leave no corpses at all. So, that's why trying to get debuffs such as bleed and blight are really good, because if they can kill on that turn, then that allows you to not have to worry about dealing with a corpse. And corpses can be a big issue, especially when you have ranged units in the back, and then you have most of your damage dealers being melee units. They're not going to be able to hit them. So corpses can be a huge hassle. It can actually kill off, like, it can get a good chunk of your party killed if you're not careful. So he's going with a blanket fire. 3 on the Crusader, 1 on the Highwayman. Still alive. Yeah, might as well just smash the corpse a little bit. Why not? It's a little bit of ground flesh. Big deal. Alright. He's up front. Hit him with an open vein. He's just dead. Alright, well, don't even need to worry about it. So we got a shovel, jade, torch, and 500 gold. 250 gold. So you can get stones. Some stones obviously more valuable than others. They have no significant purpose other than getting you more money at the end of the quest. Shovels used to clear obstacles and break things. You'll see that eventually. I'll show you it. Torch is this right up here. So how it says dim light, increased stress plus scouting plus monster surprise. The higher your torch level, the less stress that your characters will take, the better chance of scouting that your characters will have, and you have a better chance of surprising monsters. But if you let your torch start getting lower and lower, your characters actually gain more rewards and XP from it, which it's a risk and reward factor because monsters also get stronger, so you need to weigh those out. Completing a quest. Once you've completed the requirements of a quest, you have the option to return to town. Just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. So I'm going to continue adventuring. I'm going to check out this chest. It looks trapped. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'll do it. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. And let's leave. So debuffs and things like that tend to go away. 5,000 gold for the quest. Alright. Sold some food, sold some jade, sold torches, shovels, got an extra 69. Nice. Alright, and this is where we get what are called character quirks. There we go, had to say it right. Now, character quirks, as you can see, can be good or bad. Some of the good character quirks, like Balanced, plus 15 move resist, so if enemies try to move him back, he gets more resistance to move, which is really good for a Crusader to keep him in the front line. But then there are the bad ones, where if 100% of food consumed, if stress is above 50. So if his stress gets too high, he's just going to start eating, which is really bad, because you need food, or else certain situations your party will just take damage, which is not fun. Short on gold, sell unwanted trinkets directly from your trinket inventory. No. I mean, if you have duplicates, maybe. Alright, here we are.
Such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Thanks. Alright, so, both of them have leveled up level 1. Caretaker goals. So, we are in charge of what is the hamlet. You will see the hamlet in one moment. The quest goals, the main quest, the main thing in this game is that you need to clear out every monster area. So, as you can see, complete your first trip into the ruins, then defeat Hag, Necromancer, Siren, Swine Prince, 8-pounder, Saturn Crew, and the list goes on. It's a lot of enemies to take down. Necromancer Lord, as you can see, it's like they keep getting stronger and upgraded. And then eventually you get to a point where you need to take on the Darkest Dungeon. That is the last goal, which is probably going to be the hardest, as you might expect. And this is just to upgrade the different classes to level 6, which is level cap. So, get help where you may. On any screen in the game, press and hold H to seek contextual help for controls in that mode. Try it in town, exploring, fighting, camping, and more. So, this is our hamlet. It looks like shit. It looks like absolute fucking... It's just... It's awful. Ugh. Alright, so we have the stagecoach to recruit new heroes. We can go to the graveyard to view fallen heroes, which luckily no one died, which was... almost.